Hello, my name is Tasha Similau, and I am one of the financial aid administrators here at Berkeley College Online. Today I'm here to assist you with filling out your 2016-2017 FAFSA. So there are a couple of key things that you need to know and have before you start the FAFSA. You first need a copy of your 2015 federal taxes in order to fill out the FAFSA, and you also need your FAFSA ID and password. If you haven't gotten a FAFSA ID and password, we will go ahead and create one for you today. So to create a FAFSA ID, when you get to this page, you will highlight it and go to create a FAFSA ID. We're not going to create an ID today because I already have an ID, but I just wanted to show you what it looks like to create an ID. You're going to go in and basically put your email address, create a username, something that you will remember, something that you're familiar with, and also your password. Confirm your password and you're going to hit continue. Once you go ahead and do that, it is going to ask you to verify your email address. Make sure you go ahead and log into your email and verify that address. This way you are able to get that user ID and password to use. And for the students that already have a user ID and password, you will just go ahead and log in. But for right now, I am just going to bypass this step. This way I can do a little of the FAFSA with you. So I'm going to go ahead and enter my information in. Bear in mind that when we do the FAFSA, when you go ahead to submit the FAFSA, you will not be able to submit the FAFSA until you've created a user ID. So this is just for me to show you how to do the FAFSA, but make sure that you go ahead and create a user ID and password, because even if you bypass it here, you will still need it to submit the FAFSA. So we're going to hit next, and we're going to hit next again, because it's just welcoming you, and we're going to start on the 2016-2017. There on that page, it's two different FAFSAs there. However, the 2016-17 is what we're actually working with right now. It goes into effect starting July 1st. You're going to create a safe key, something that you will remember, maybe a child's name, maybe 4 digits, just something that you will be familiar with. You can use it the next time you log into the FAFSA. And here we are, we're going to get started. So the first page of the FAFSA is the student demographics, and the student demographics use basic information like your name, your social, date of birth, whether you're a male or a female. You go ahead and you answer that, and then you're going to enter your address, full address with the city and the state. You're going to enter the zip code, phone number, and email address, and your marital status. So this is where a lot of students get confused with the marital status. Sometimes you are married but separated, or you're divorced. It's very important for you to put as of today. Are you currently married, separated, or divorced? So the FAFSA really goes by as of today, what is your state of marriage? So as the question says, what is your marital status as of today? So think about this carefully before you answer it. It's as of today, what is your marital status? So I'm single, we're going to go with single, and I do not have a driver's license, so I'm going to check no, and then I'm going to go next. So this is all my information. It's just asking, do I want to transfer information in from the previous year? And we're going to go ahead and say yes. Are you a citizen? Meaning that, are you a U.S. citizen? If you're a U.S. citizen, you'll go ahead and press yes. Being a citizen does not mean being a resident. The citizenship means that you have a U.S. passport or a U.S. naturalization form. And if not, and you have an alien card, maybe you're from another country, then you're going to put no and then enter your alien number in. What is your high school completion? If you've gotten a high school diploma, you're going to go ahead and put that in. If it's a GED or homeschool, then you'll go ahead and put that in. So I have a high school diploma. We will go ahead and say that I have a high school diploma. I went to Berkeley last year, so I am going to go ahead and put attended college before. If you're a second year, sophomore, junior, senior, you will put as is. What degree am I working on? So you're going to look here and see what degree that you're working on. Right now I'm working on my bachelor's degree. So I'm going to go ahead and put that I'm working on my bachelor's. If you're doing a certificate program or an associate's or even the grad program, you'll go ahead and put the information as needed. Are you interested in work study? Sometimes you feel as an online student that you cannot do work study, but you can do work study. It can also even be done off campus. So I usually tell students to go ahead and say yes, because you don't know what can happen down the line. Will you have your first bachelor's degree? This is a very important question, and a lot of our students, when they get here, they do not answer this question correctly, and that could determine if you are eligible for the Pell Grant or not. If you do not have a bachelor's degree, or the question is not asking if you are working on it, but if you do not have one, please put no. This way you will be eligible if your income allows for the Pell Grant. Are you a foster student? You're going to go ahead and click yes or no. I'm not. My parents, we can do college and beyond for mom and college and beyond for dad. And have you ever received federal student aid? Yes, I have. And the question at the bottom is asking if I've ever been convicted for sale of drug. Very important question in order for you to be eligible for aid. So I'm going to put no because I haven't. Here's where I'm going to put my high school information. So I went to East Orange High School. And that is in East Orange, New Jersey. That is located in New Jersey. And so we're going to go ahead and confirm that in order for us to get over to the next page. We're going to select East Orange High School, and then we're going to go next. We're doing beautiful. We're almost in the middle of the FAFSA. Berkeley's federal school code here for the New Jersey students is 007502. So if you live within New Jersey, it's very important that you put in the correct federal school code in order for you to be eligible for your state grant. So again, that school code is 007502. For the New York students, your school code is a little different. It's 008556. So please be mindful of that if you're a New York student in order for you to be eligible for your federal student, for your federal state aid. It's 008556. So we're going to go ahead with the New Jersey school code and choose the Woodland Park campus. I'm going to go ahead and add, and we're going to next. And I am going to live off campus, and I am going, so you will choose where you're going to be living, whether on campus, off campus. So do you now have, or will you have children that receive half of your income? So these questions are very important to determine eligibility. If you are paying child support for a child, It does not mean that you're providing for that student, so please do not count them in the household. However, if you're not paying child support, the child is living with you and you're taking care of them, then your answer would be yes. Do you have dependents other than your children or spouse? So no, I'm not taking care of anyone else. There are 3 people in my household, and I'm the only one in college. I do not wish to answer questions about my parents. However, if you're a dependent student, then yes, you do wish to answer questions about your parents in order for you to be eligible for your federal aid. And now we're going to go to something quite fun. We're going to enter in our tax information. So if you've already completed your taxes, you're going to go ahead and press already completed. And my filing status is head of household. I did not. These 3 questions that you're going to answer here are very important because you can go ahead and link your taxes from the IRS right onto the FAFSA. So this way, if you're selected for verification by any chance, the financial aid office will not have to ask you to provide this information to them because it will already be linked to your taxes. So you see how important the FSA ID is. There is no way here for me to enter my name like we did earlier. So it's very important that we have a FSA ID created before we start. So the questions they're going to ask you is, have you done an amended taxes? If you did not do one, then you're 1 step away from being eligible to do a link. If you did not do a Puerto Rican or foreign tax, then you're 2 points closer. And if you hadn't filed your taxes in the last 3 weeks, then you're definitely in the running to go ahead and link your IRS taxes. Now, this is as far as the FAFSA will allow me to go because my FSA ID and username and password will not let me go any further than here because I don't have actual taxes with the IRS in this name. So all you would do is go ahead, you will enter your FSA ID and password, you will click link to IRS. It will then give you an option to transfer over your taxes. You would put transfer now. That would get, you would enter in all your tax information. It will transfer it over to the FAFSA, which means that all you have to do after that is basically sign and submit your FAFSA. Thank you for joining us today and have a fun time filling out your FAFSA.